everybody? Welcome to this YouTube channel. Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona. The purpose of this channel is to educate anyone who is interested on making a move to Arizona. I am Jeremy Fuhst. I have lived here my entire life. I am super biased, and I believe Arizona is the greatest state in the country. So the purpose of this is just to answer questions, to give information, everything that I can spill on Arizona, on Phoenix, the Phoenix metro area and the suburbs of it. Now, this video, we're gonna jump right to it. We're not gonna waste any time. It's all about Gilbert, Arizona. Gilbert, specifically Gilbert. This is my neighbor. This is where my parents live. This is where I grew up. And so I'm very passionate about Gilbert. Love it, love it, love it. Let's jump into it right now. Let's waste no more time.
Welcome to Phoenix, Arizona, the YouTube channel brought to you to bring you everything you need to know about moving or living in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, so let's start with the absolute basics. Gilbert was founded by William Gilbert in 1902. 1902. Back then, it was mostly just farming communities, and it was really driven by a railway from Gilbert to Florence. But let's get all past that, blah, 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 blah. Gilbert's one of those places that has exploded over the last 15, 20 years. My parents live in Gilbert. I kind of grew up in Gilbert. It's one of those places where your parents are like, hey, back when I moved here, all we had was dirt roads and farms. You know, one of those types of places. And over the last 15 years, there's been a lot of development and a lot of people moving to Gilbert. Well, right now, we're hovering right around a population of like 280,000, 290,000, somewhere in that ballpark, with an average price point when it comes to housing at 618,000. That's the average price point. When it comes to your average rent, you're going to be at somewhere around $1.27 a square foot. So if you're looking to rent, a 1,600 square foot house, you're going to be paying somewhere around, $2,000, somewhere in that ballpark. Now, Gilbert, I love Gilbert. Okay, I went to high school in Gilbert, played football in Gilbert. Big fan, big fan. Overall, it's about 68 square miles. It offers an incredible amount of restaurants, nightlife, things to do out in the world. And so if you are looking to move into Gilbert, I'm assuming you're curious on, is it safe? How are the schools? What is there to do? What kind of restaurants are there? Is there nightlife? Things of that nature. So we're gonna jump into all of that. Let's start with, is Gilbert a safe place to live? Now, according to KTR News here, we made the top 10 safest cities in the country. That is via Wallet Hub. Out of 182 locations, we ranked number 7. Now, I can tell you from personal experience, when I was a kid growing up and I was 16, 17, 18, I was driving beater cars, right? Your first car, it's gonna be a $5,000, $6,000 car, had some bumps and bruises on it, and I got pulled over by the police so many times based on the condition of my car. They would do searches, things of that nature, and I was never caught with anything, and I was always a good kid, never got in any trouble with the law. So I would just get pulled over on the regular. Now, when it comes to someone who's a teenager growing up in Gilbert, there is a disdain for the amount of police out there in certain circles. Like, a bunch of my friends were like, hey dude, screw Gilbert, man, I got pulled over all the time. Now, as an adult with a family, I freaking love it. I love the safety of Gilbert. I love how quiet Gilbert is. You can feel like you are in one of the safest cities in the nation. That's what it feels like. It feels like no one does any harm to anybody, and everyone likes the neighbors and things of that nature. People are looking out for each other. And that's coming from personal experience, right? And now you can see all these articles saying, hey, Gilbert's ranked in top 10 safest city in the country over and over. I see it almost every year. A new article comes out praising Gilbert for how safe it is. All right, now what else is there to do? Gilbert Heritage District, also known as Downtown Gilbert, as most of us locals would call it, it gives us a lot of options. A lot of options for restaurants, nightlife, breakfast, coffee, all different types of things. And this has absolutely exploded over the last 6-7 years. Now, if you're looking for a breakfast spot, there's a place called Farmhouse. It's incredible. It's this tiny little joint that's been there for a very long time. And you walk in and you can just feel the history the moment you walk in. Incredible breakfast. There's Whiskey Row. There's Joe's Real Barbecue. Incredible barbecue spot down there. There's a place called Liberty Market. Same owner as Joe's Real Barbecue. Anything this guy touches, Joe Johnson, is absolutely delicious. So Liberty Market, one of the best restaurants in downtown Gilbert, in my opinion. There's Postino's. If you're a big fan of wine or beers, things of that nature, Postino's is amazing. Right across the street, you'll have Whiskey Row, which is a country bar if you're into the country scene, dancing. I used to go there all the time for football Sundays, bottomless mimosas, that type of deal. It is definitely more of a party vibe in the evening, more of a club type of vibe. So Whiskey Row's right across the street. So downtown Gilbert literally will provide everything that you are looking for. If you're looking to just stop in for a breakfast, you can stop at the Farmhouse. If you're looking to grab coffee, if you're looking just to grab a quick lunch, anything, nightlife, anything you're looking for, Gilbert Road, that downtown Gilbert or Gilbert Heritage District provides a lot of stuff. There's museums you can cruise down there. But if you're looking for a hot spot to go in the Gilbert area, downtown Gilbert is definitely the place that you want to go check out, especially if you're out of state and you want to see what does Gilbert offer. This is one of those spots where you want to go check out and hang out there. Plan on staying a while, walk up and down, visit on the weekend when a farmer's market's going on down there. There's all different types of things, so make sure you check it out. They also have a theater, Hale Theater. Been there many times. It's a really cool layout where the theater is in the center and everyone sits around, and so you get this really cool experience when it comes to theater. I'm a theater guy. I love going to theater, going to plays and seeing that kind of stuff. Big musical guy. Don't judge me for it. But if you're into that kind of stuff, I would definitely check out Hale Theater. Typically tickets are fairly affordable as well, so it makes it a super easy day out with the family, with the girlfriend, with the wife, date night, that kind of a thing. Go see a theater, go grab a drink afterwards. A really cool environment. Now, when it comes to buying a house in Gilbert, I know I already mentioned it, average price point's around $620,000, but it is definitely one of those cities where it is a very hot area, and it's very difficult to get into something that's been sitting on the market for an extended period of time, because typically homes go very quickly. And in a market that we're currently going into, which is an extreme seller's market, very heavy seller's market, you're gonna have to act quickly. And if we're just looking at the previous data over the last couple of months, roughly 200 to 300 new listings hit the market every month, and roughly 200 to 300 homes sell every month. And so if you're looking to make a move into the Gilbert area, it's important to know you might be competing with people. And so the realtor that you choose to use, make sure you choose the right one. Make sure you're choosing a realtor that is educating you on what the market is like in Gilbert. And when homes do pop up, if you're looking currently, let's say you're out of state right now and you're looking on Zillow and you're just kind of trying to get a lay of the land, which is very important to do, Zillow's data a lot of times is going to be inaccurate because it's lagging. Zillow oftentimes lags and it's not very accurate. And so you might see a home on there where it's been sitting on the market 3 months and it's absolutely gorgeous, just remodeled, priced at $650 in the area you want. There's a good chance it's not real.
Little did I know Zillow is the biggest heartbreaker to ever exist. Little did I know this house has sold back in 1996.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And so when you hook up with a realtor, make sure you're using the right tools and systems to ensure you're looking at the right information, especially in a city like Gilbert. If you're looking in that price point, $700,000, that's a very competitive price point for homes that are updated, that look very nice, that have a decent yard, that have the kitchen that's light and bright and trendy and everything that current buyers are looking for. If you're looking to dive into a world where you're looking to rehab it potentially, you have a background in construction, fix and flips, things of that nature, then Gilbert's a very tough market in that realm too, because Arizona in particular is the mecca for real estate investors, flippers, creative finance, wholesaling, a lot of different things, and it's very competitive. And so if you are looking to grab a rehab property, make sure you're using a realtor that's plugged in with the investment community and they can help you find a deal. It is not very common for your typical realtor to be plugged in with the investor community, and that's why I'm so passionate about my services and what I offer, not only because I'm a local and that I've done this at scale and believe in helping clients, but I'm also plugged into the investment community as well. And like we did 75 flips last year, it's something that is a big part of our business model. So I know that world very well. And so the agent that you choose to represent you, make sure if that is the direction you're choosing to go in, make sure they understand what that market looks like. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Between that jump cunt, I got a haircut and I got a new shirt, but hey, I did because it's a different day. Okay, so to wrap up the Gilbert video, coming from someone who's lived in Gilbert the majority of my life, big fan. It's gonna be more of a family-friendly type environment. Safety, obviously through the roof that we already addressed. The parks I didn't even mention. We have Gilbert Regional, you have Freestone, you have some incredible parks that you can take your kids to and do events, things of that nature. Railroad tracks, tennis courts, music venues. They do movies in the park, things of that nature. Great parks, really big parks, good for walking, feeding ducks, fishing, things like that. I can't recommend Gilbert enough if you're looking to move into Arizona. If you're from out of state and you have a couple kids and you're looking for an amazing community, Gilbert is one of the top-notch communities in my opinion. Especially if you're looking East Valley, one of the first places I would look is Gilbert. If you're flying in and you're gonna be driving around some neighborhoods, make sure You drive through downtown Gilbert, make sure you hit some of these neighborhoods, just drive through them, understand them, because my opinion, love it. And you will also love it. You don't see a lot of people saying, oh, I moved to Gilbert and I hate it. But guys, please, if you like this video, if you need more information, please comment, subscribe, like, do all the things that you see in every other YouTube video. It helps us out more than you can imagine, especially in a brand new channel like this. My name is Jeremy Fuhst. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is what I do. Hope you guys have an awesome day.